Hey, how's it going, YouTube? I am back, and it has been a while since I did a controller review. But before we get into the controller review, I just wanted to say thank you for allowing the channel to reach over 100 subscribers. I know 100 subscribers may not mean much, but it does mean a lot to me. I really do appreciate doing all of these controller reviews, and I appreciate the fact that people actually are liking the videos and subscribing to the channel and writing their own comments about the controllers, whether they like, whether they dislike. It actually means a lot to me, and it makes me want to continue doing these controller reviews. But as I was saying before, it has been a minute since I have done a controller review. I've been enjoying the summer, been hanging out with friends and stuff, but just because I've been enjoying the summer doesn't mean that I have not been working on the controller review. So without further ado, this is going to be an unboxing and review of the RIG Nacon Pro Compact Controller. Enjoy. All right, guys, how's it going? This is the RIG Nacon Pro Compact Controller. So yes, this controller is the one that has the Pro Compact Dolby Atmos sound system that's like built inside the controller. So basically, you plug your headphones in. It will give you like the 3D sound effects, so that way, like say for instance you see like someone shooting from the left of your screen, you will hear from the left of your headphones, and etc, etc. But yep, this is the box, and this is going to be an unboxing of this. So it looks like it does come with a program, which is cool, where you can, it looks like customized buttons and stuff. But yeah, here's the controller, and let's actually open this up and see what it is. All right, don't got nails. Wait, nope. Got, there we go. All right. So we got the box, got this open. Now I should be able to, oh, more stickers. Stickers on both sides. That's nice. And I do not have my scissors on me. Hold up, let me grab my scissors real quick. All right, got my scissors. So, cutting this and cutting this. Now I should be able to peel this open. Now let's see what's inside. All right, nothing in the box. Just gonna put this to the side. We have, ooh, a nice little booklet. Let's open this up and let's see what's going on. Pro Compact Programmable Ergonomic 3mm cable 3D surround sound controller. Looks like this is some stuff about how to use your controller and multiple languages. Also, it has instructions on to download the software that comes with this that can be compatible with this controller. And yeah, I'll set this to the side. What's also in here? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Is this, hold on. What is this? Xbox Live membership? Premium? No, it's not. Oh, it's the Dolby Access app. So this is a 3D app, so that way, not 3D app, this is 3D audio app that you can download. So it gives you a card for that too. That's pretty nice. And let's see what else. You get more paperwork, safety instructions. Looks like safety instructions in different languages. 24/7 customer support. They let you know right hand. So if there anything ever happens to this controller, you can put this to the test with 24/7 customer support. So we'll put that to the side. This looks like a stickers. I know it's kind of hard to see on the camera because it's really like extremely bright. But yeah, these are like clear stickers that you can put on to your controller. A little hard to see. And put that to the side. And to the controller. So this controller is wired, which we're gonna open this up if I can. Here we go. All right. This is not a good unboxing. Here we go. Got it. Got the box out. Put this to the side. And yeah, this is the controller. It feels weird. It's like if a PlayStation and Xbox had a child, because it has that rectangular shape like a PlayStation controller, but the joystick layout is like an Xbox controller. Huh. I would say the buttons are really big, like super big. Like, I think these buttons are bigger than my Xbox Series X controller buttons, and they are actually. They kind of look like they are. I'll have to say, like, so these are like really flat, really big buttons. So interesting. The buttons are a little, there's a little click to them. So these things, I could definitely see like a click, like a really, really strong click to them. I mean, they're not that bad, to be honest, but it's definitely like, definitely feels a little cheap. Now the joysticks, I do like this protective ring around it, because rolling my sticks around like this actually feels like really smooth. I actually like this a lot. But yeah, this is a definitely ergonomic controller. What's this? So it looks like you have a knob on the back of it. So I guess this could be used for, I'm probably going to figure out what this knob is in a second. I think this might be for mutant and unmutant. And it looks like it has all the button layouts for in Series X and Series S Xbox. And this, since this is a wired USB cable, let's see, this might actually be 3 meters if I'm not mistaken. So yeah. Oh snap, it got the old school breakaway. Yes, just in case for people who like to yank on their controllers a lot, and it pulls controllers. This thing right here has actually saved a lot of consoles back in the day before wireless became standard. So, but yeah, overall, like, the controller feels okay. It's unique, I'll say. I'm definitely going to be using this controller for the next like 2 weeks and playing some games just to see how this feels. But yeah, this controller feels really unique. I also noticed that like the left stick has like a different like grip pattern compared to the right stick, which interesting. But yeah, for $50, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, it does feel, it's extremely lightweight for a $50 controller. But this controller does have software that comes with it for the left stick, which I'm gonna get into later. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna use this controller for a couple weeks, and I'm gonna get back to you and tell you what my thoughts are of this controller. Okay, so before I actually get into the software and the games, I'm actually going to test out the joysticks of this controller. And the one thing that I noticed when I test out the joystick accuracy of this controller, so let's turn this on. This is going to shock you guys. This controller has a 0% error rate. King Kong 2 Pro controller has officially been dethroned by this controller. This Nacon controller literally has the most accurate joysticks. And that is amazing, because I was not expecting this controller to have the most accurate joysticks on the market. Like, the fact that it beat the Gillikit King Kong 2 Pro controller is amazing. Okay guys, so this is the Pro Compact application, and this is the application that works with the Nacon controller. So as you can see, this application will allow you to change all the button inputs on the controller. This also allows you to change the curvature of the left stick and the right stick. And no matter what you set the curvature to, because I tested this on the gamepad tester, the error rate for these joysticks is still 0 no matter which curvature you pick. And I find that really amazing that this controller has the most accurate joysticks, and you can even change the curvature based off of what game you're playing and still have a 0% error rate. Also, you can change out the sensitivity of the triggers if you wanted to, which they do have set to different modes. If you prefer like FPS, infiltration, arcade, or just racing sport, which is technically the default. And in the advanced settings, you can turn on and off the vibration, you can invert the left and right sticks, and you can change a D-pad from an 8-way axis to a 4-way axis, but I prefer 8-way axis. And I have to say, like, even with the software, like, it is amazing to me that this controller, no matter what you set the curvature to, has a 0% error rate. This is truly honestly the most accurate joysticks I've ever seen. But without further ado, let's play some games for the next couple of days and let's see how this controller really feels, and I'll give you my response on that. Okay, so using this controller in first and third person shooters, I really have to say I really like this controller. The button layout and the analog sticks are actually a very comfortable position. I honestly think that this controller is well suited for first and third person shooters, and also using the custom profile with the first person shooter analog adjustments as far as sensitivity, I say it works very well for this controller, and I can honestly say like I highly recommend this controller if you are mainly playing first and third person shooters. Heck, I will even recommend this controller for competitive first and third person shooters due to the simple fact that there is no error rate on these joysticks. Okay, so using a Nacon controller for racing games, I have to say like this is pretty much a really good experience. The analog trigger seems to work very well depending on how far you push down, seems to register very well with the game, and the analog sticks are actually very responsive. And even using the custom race mode for the analog stick, which is basically the default, I will say that the controller and the game actually reacts very well to the controller inputs. Overall, I will have to say this is a really good controller for racing games. Okay, so using this controller in fighting games, I have to say this controller was very interesting. The button layout was interesting because of the fact that it has like a PlayStation and Xbox had a baby together. And usually when I play fighting games, I like using a D-pad more than I like using an analog stick. So using a D-pad, because the D-pad's in an awkward position, I find it a little difficult for me personally playing fighting games with a D-pad, so I had no choice but to kind of result back to the analog sticks. I would definitely say the analog sticks are pretty fine. It's just me personally, I don't use analog sticks in fighting games. I prefer to use a D-pad. But if you are someone who plays fighting games using analog sticks over D-pad, then yeah, I'm pretty sure that this controller is perfectly fine. Also, if you turn on the arcade mode for both of the analog sticks, it makes the inputs a lot faster. So it's like if you move it slightly to like any direction, your character will move. So I will say that this controller is overall an okay experience for fighting games, depending on the person. For me personally, I like using D-pad, and if you're someone who likes using D-pad, I probably wouldn't recommend this controller for fighting games. But if you're someone who likes using analog sticks, yeah, have at it, have fun. Using this controller in action adventure slash hack and slash games, I have to say this controller is actually surprisingly comfortable. No matter if you're using the triggers and the bumpers as your main way of combat, or if you're using the A, B, X, Y, this controller inputs are actually really good and the joysticks are very comfortable. Also, with the start and select button not being so far away from the left stick and the A, B, X, Y buttons is actually really convenient. I can definitely recommend this controller for action adventure slash hack and slash games. It's actually really comfortable controller to use. Okay guys, so it has been well over 2 weeks since I used this controller. I've been using the controller for probably about like a month now, because again, when I'm on vacation and like enjoying like the beach, in the same time taking this controller with me as I go out, and when I have downtime I just play video games using this controller. But I really have to say, like, this controller is definitely like an interesting controller to me, because at first like you would think like this controller is like maybe just like a lightweight generic third-party controller, but then you realize like this controller has really smooth analog sticks, like some of the best analog sticks you probably will ever find on the market, because of the zero error rate of the these joysticks. Also, this controller seems like it was meant for more so for first and third person shooters than anything else. And like I said, like this controller I would definitely recommend for like competitive first and third person shooters, because of the joysticks and the way how the button layout is. I really think it's really good. And if I was to give this controller like maybe 1 through 10, I will give this controller a solid 7 out of 10. I mean, this controller is slightly above average. One of the biggest things I have to say is that these joysticks are some of the best joysticks on the market. And because of that, this controller is like extremely suited for first and third person shooters. And even though it comes for the price around like $50, I would probably say like if you were like someone who's like in esports and played like a lot of competitive Call of Duty or competitive Fortnite or competitive Apex, and you need a controller on a budget for Xbox or PC, then yeah, this is definitely the controller for you. For fighting games, it seems decent depending on if you like D-pad or if you like analog sticks. And for hack and slash games, it's pretty decent. I mean, the buttons are really big, so it's not that hard to reach the buttons. It's just that when I was playing fighting games, I usually like using D-pad. So probably if you like using your D-pad playing fighting games, maybe this may not be the most comfortable controller for you, but hey, this controller right here honestly is probably the best bang for your buck so far as getting a controller for first and third person shooters, and especially if you play a lot of competitive first and third person shooters. Like, this is probably like on a esports like level for first and third person shooters. So yeah, that's all I gotta say about this controller. Okay guys, so that's it for this video. If you like this video, hit that like button, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. And also, I cannot thank you guys enough for allowing this channel to hit over 100 subscribers. I know 100 subscribers is small still, but it actually does mean a lot to me, and I do appreciate all you guys who actually sit down and take the time to watch my videos. And I also find joy in the fact that some of you guys find my videos like informative on your choices when buying video game controllers. And I definitely plan on doing more. I actually have 2 controllers that I'm waiting to come in the mail that I'm actually looking forward to reviewing, that I think a lot of people will enjoy, because I haven't seen too many people like review these controllers. As a matter of fact, one of them I haven't seen anyone reviewed, so I'm actually looking forward to that one. So just remember, hit that notification bell to let you guys know next time I put another controller review, or if I ever do like another live stream, because I just like playing video games, and sometimes on my downtime I can probably go live and you can just interact with me and chat with me and talk to me more about controllers and tech stuff. But until then, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.